We have a Fox 11 exclusive for you as well this morning. An Altadena boy gunned down in a shooting case that is, unfortunately, it's gone cold.
Yeah, it's quite a story here. Now his grandmother has made it her life's mission to bring her grandson's killer to justice. Gigi Graciet is here in studio this morning with her story and her quest for justice.
Roxanne Brooke, this story is about a killer. A child killer who's been on the run for the last 6 years. He's gotten away with murder, basically. But there is a woman, the murdered child's grandmother, who's made it her full-time job to find him. It is a grandmother's promise.
Hi, Daddy. Grandma's here.
It is a weekly routine, a grandmother visiting her grandson, bringing with her his favorite toys.
Your monster truck. Your Hulk.
She talks to him.
Hey, mi amor. Grandma misses you, Daddy.
And she makes him a promise over and over again.
Told him, mijo, you know, I'm just your grandma, like they say, but this grandma is your voice. I am your voice, and if you can't be heard, you will be heard, you know, through me. And I'm gonna find justice. I promise him that.
Her name is Juana, but she goes by Jenny. But all she wants to be called is Chavita's grandmother, his gama, as he used to call her. And she is on a mission to find her grandson's killer.
I will never stop. To that day, I get that phone call from the detectives telling me, you know what, we have him. He's behind bars. Until then, I'm not stopping.
The justice Jenny seeks is for Salvador Esparza III, little Chavita. He was only 4 years old when on a hot summer night in 2016, someone shot into the Altadena house where he was staying with his mother, firing straight into the home over a dozen times. One man was injured, the possible target in what police believe was a gang shooting. But one of those bullets also hit Chavita in the head. He didn't stand a chance, dying a few hours later. And even though she wasn't there, Chavita's parents are separated and she is his paternal grandmother, that night haunts her.
I should have been there by his side. And every day I apologize to him. I tell him, I'm sorry that your grandma wasn't there. I'm sorry that I couldn't hold your hand, kiss you, and say goodbye.
Almost 6 years have passed and Chavita's murder remains unsolved.
You know, it's hard. You know, a case like this keeps you up at night.
LA County Sheriff's homicide detective Sergeant Dominic Recchia and Sergeant John O'Brien are in charge of the case. It haunts them, too.
When children are involved, you just can't distance yourself. You become emotionally involved.
Evidence shows that on July 5th, 2016, there was an altercation between people in the home on Figueroa Drive where Chavita was staying and others at the apartments across the street. And at 10:40 that night, a car pulled up in front of the home with a killer inside.
A monster, a coward. That's mainly what he is. He didn't have a heart.
There were plenty of witnesses, police say, people who either won't talk to them or have purposely led them in the wrong direction.
It's extremely frustrating that lack of cooperation from, we know that there were witnesses in the area that saw what happened.
As detectives continue to search for the man they call a child killer and a coward, Jenny is right there with them.
Grandma Juana is a fireball. She is doing what grandmas do, and we respect her for that.
It is a full-time job for her. Her home, her heart, even the family's classic car all center around Chavita. She calls detectives daily, scours the neighborhood for witnesses, and emails anyone and everyone who will listen. Recently helping get the reward for Chavita's killer raised to $50,000. It hasn't been easy.
I had a few doors shut in my face, you know, talk about, you know, you can't do much, you're just a grandmother. There's nothing you can do.
I think whomever said that to you, A, doesn't know your determination, and B, does not know the love of a grandmother and what that love is capable of.
You know, you're right.
The unsolved murder weighing heavily on Chavita's parents as well. Everyone hoping the higher reward will bring those who know who the killer is forward.
We ask, do the right thing, give us a call, or do it for the money. We don't care. Just give us a call.
Until then, fueled only by love, this grandmother plans on keeping the most important promise she's ever made.
And I'm going to find justice, and I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep, doing whatever I can until justice is served. And I promise him that.
The power of a promise and a grandmother's love. Everyone hoping now that the $50,000 reward will motivate those who know to come forward to do the right thing. If you have any information, please call the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department.
That is so tough. Oh my gosh. And she lives with this every single day.
It is her full-time job.
No matter how many years go by, it doesn't...
She's not going to stop.
Yeah.
She is not going to stop until that man is behind bars.
So we were just talking a little bit during the story, and I said, what was the little boy doing at like 10:40 at night, right? Why was he outside playing? And you said...
He had been asleep. It was the 5th of July. He was scared of fireworks his entire life. And that year, I get cold chills, he told his grandmother he wasn't going to be scared anymore. So they believe that when this killer fired a dozen shots, he heard the gunfire, jumped out of bed, thought it was fireworks, opened that door.
Be brave.
And he was shot in the doorway. As he opened that door, he was shot in the head.
Oh.
That is what the working theory is, because he had been asleep. They think he heard the fireworks and said, like you said, Brooke, I'm going to be a big boy. Like I told my grandmother, I'm going to be brave. And it was actually
He's a little
gunfire.
kid,
He was 4 years
the thought
old.
process of a little kid, a little baby. He's 4. Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
The story just got
It's
worse
awful.
and
Yeah.
worse. It's so heartbreaking.
I mean, I think you think like even after, this person is found, right? This person is caught, they're prosecuted. This grandmother still has to live with the loss of this little guy. That never goes away.
That will never go away, but at least the killer will be behind bars. And talk about tragic is that police are convinced that those witnesses know who this guy is.
That's what's just
And
so...
they have purposely at times led them, hey, look over here, to take them away from over here.
All these years.
All these years.
All these years.
And the police have never given up. Sergeant Dominic Recchia and Sergeant John O'Brien, they work this case every single day. And they're convinced that someone knows who the killer is. We just need that person to come forward. There's $50,000 out there. Do the right thing. Come forward.
And peace of mind for a grandmother.
Why can't they just be, they can be anonymous. We always talk about how you can give information anonymously. So what?
They can be anonymous. Detectives just need that one clue, one piece of thing. They'll do all the footwork.
Right.
They just need that phone call, that person to come forward.
It's disappointing.
And we hope that person is as brave as Chavita was when he went out to see the fireworks.
That's a good way to put it. It's
That
just
is, yeah, puts in
frustrating
perspective,
and
right?
disappointing that people, won't do the right thing. Forget the money for a minute. Just do the right thing, even be anonymous, but give that family some sort of peace of mind. There'll never be closure, but, some sort of peace of mind.
We hope this will do it. We hope you come forward.
Gigi, what a beautiful way, really, to tell a story about, this grandmother's pain. There's nothing beautiful about this story, but I think that it was just the perfect way to see how much she loves this little boy.
Yeah.
A grandmother's love. I was raised by my grandmother, and I know what a grandmother's love is. You're so close to your grandmother. You were raised by your grandmother. We all three of us know
As was I, actually.
what a grandmother's love is capable of,
Yeah,
and the
absolutely.
determination.
Gigi, thank you. You're here throughout the morning, so
Yes.
we'll continue to talk about this really important story.